What if I told you that the smartest person you know, the one with the stellar degrees, the razor-sharp logic, the one who wins every argument, might be secretly failing at life? We've been sold a lie that raw intellectual horsepower, a high IQ, is the ultimate key to success. But walk into any corporation, any startup, any family business, and you'll see a different truth. The wrecks of brilliant ideas and shattered partnerships litter the landscape, all manned by people who were smart enough to see the opportunity, but lacked the one critical skill to actually seize it, the skill of emotional wisdom. This is the fundamental divide between being intelligent and being wise. Intelligence, our IQ, resides in the neocortex, the logical, analytical, problem-solving part of our brain. It's what gets us into the room. It cracks complex data, devises ingenious strategies, and passes exams with flying colors. But wisdom, true wisdom, operates from an older, deeper place. It's rooted in what we often call emotional intelligence, or EQ, and it governs the hidden world of human connection. This is the intelligence of the heart. It's not about being book-smart. It's about being people-smart. It's the ability to read a room, to sense unspoken tensions, to inspire loyalty instead of demanding it, and to manage your own emotional storms so they don't capsize everyone else's boat. Now, consider this contradictory viewpoint. What if being too smart is actually your greatest weakness? Think about it. A hyper-intelligent leader, obsessed with optimal efficiency in cold, hard data, might see people as variables in a spreadsheet. They communicate in logic, but humans are driven by emotion. This leader's team might execute out of fear or obligation, but never out of genuine passion or loyalty. The leader's brilliant strategy might be flawless on paper, but it will fail in execution because the human element, the motivation, the buy-in, the trust, was never factored into the equation. The history of business is filled with these brilliant failures, where the plan was perfect, but the people were neglected. Let's dive deeper into the why. Why does emotional intelligence hold such disproportionate power? It's neuroscience. Our limbic system, the emotional center of the brain, processes information and makes decisions far faster than our logical neocortex. When someone speaks to us, we feel their intent, their warmth, their condescension, their honesty, long before we intellectually process their words. A leader with high EQ speaks directly to this limbic system. They build psychological safety. They make people feel seen and valued. This isn't soft skills. This is hardwired human psychology. When people feel emotionally secure and connected, their brains release oxytocin, which boosts collaboration, creativity, and commitment. You are literally chemically engineering a more effective team. Let me give you two detailed, real-life examples. First, take a founder who is a technical genius. He invents a revolutionary product. His IQ is off the charts, but he's impatient, dismissive of sales and marketing as fluffy, and publicly berates his team for minor mistakes. The product is genius, but the company culture is toxic. Key employees, feeling humiliated and unappreciated, leave for competitors, taking crucial knowledge with them. The company stagnates, riddled with infighting and fear, while less brilliant but better-led competitors catch up and surpass them. His intelligence built the castle, but his lack of wisdom set it on fire. Now, contrast that with a second leader. She might not be the foremost expert in the technical domain, but she has an uncanny ability to unite people. She listens intently. She remembers personal details about her employees' lives. She frames challenges as our problem to solve rather than your failure to fix. When stress is high, she acknowledges the pressure and expresses genuine confidence in the team's ability. People don't just work for her, they root for her. They go the extra mile not because they have to, but because they want to see her succeed. This leader's company may not have the single brightest idea initially, but it has resilience, adaptability, and a cohesive force that allows it to iterate, learn, and ultimately dominate through collective effort. Her wisdom built an army loyal to the cause. This chain of logic leads us to an inescapable conclusion. In a long game of career, business, and life, EQ is the force multiplier for IQ. Your intelligence dictates what you can do. Your emotional wisdom determines how much you can get done with and through other people. It is the bridge between a great idea and its magnificent execution. Without that bridge, your brilliant idea remains isolated on an island of your own intellect, shouting at a mainland of people who have no desire to come rescue it. So, how does this apply to you right now? It starts with a seismic shift in focus. Stop trying to prove how smart you are. Start seeking to understand how people feel. In your next meeting, don't just listen for the facts. Listen for the emotional subtext. Is there anxiety, excitement, resistance? Before you react to a provocative email, pause. Ask yourself, what is the emotional state of the sender? What is my emotional state? What outcome do I truly want here? This micro moment of self-regulation is the bedrock of emotional wisdom. Apply this to your home life. A logical argument might win a debate with your partner, but it will lose you intimacy. Wisdom is understanding that sometimes being right is the least important thing. It's about validating the feeling before addressing the fact. With your children, it's about connecting with their frustration before correcting their behavior. This principle is universal because human nature is universal. We are emotional beings who occasionally use logic, not logical beings who occasionally feel. The most dangerous person in any room is not the ignorant one. It's the highly intelligent person who is emotionally unskilled. Their smartness becomes a weapon against their colleagues, their families, and ultimately against themselves. They are the architects of their own isolation. Don't be that person. The goal is not to choose between being smart or being wise. The goal is to become formidable by being both. To have the acuity to solve the most complex problems and the humanity to bring everyone along on the journey to that solution. Therefore, your development path is clear. You've spent years, perhaps decades, training your brain. Now, it's time to train your heart. Start with self-awareness. Keep a journal of your emotional triggers. Practice active listening, really listening, without formulating your response while the other person is talking. Seek feedback, not just on your work, but on your interpersonal impact. This is not a one-day workshop skill. It is a daily practice, a discipline of character. Remember, no one owes you respect, loyalty, or followership. You earn it, and you don't earn it by dazzling people with your IQ. You earn it by demonstrating respect first, by showing empathy, by proving you can be trusted with their hopes and their fears. You force their respect by being undeniably, consistently worthy of it. This is the core tenet of influence. This is how you transition from being a talented individual contributor to becoming a true leader, whether that's leading a team, a company, or simply leading your own life with greater fulfillment and fewer conflicts. The final bridge to cross is from knowledge to action. Knowing about EQ is worthless. You must drill it. Role-play difficult conversations. Mentally rehearse staying calm under fire. Celebrate when you successfully navigate a tense situation with grace instead of aggression. This is the reps and sets of emotional fitness. Your career trajectory, the health of your relationships, and your inner peace are the trophies you win from this training. Stop admiring the concept of wisdom from afar. Step into the arena and build it one intentional, emotionally aware interaction at a time.